Hi, I'm Troy.
And I'm Dean.
And this is episode 1 of a 6-part series telling the story of our motorcycle trip from Portland, Maine to Labrador.
Yeah, and back again.
Thankfully. We wanted to find out if there's any adventure left in a trans-Labrador highway ride now that it's mostly paved.
Well, was there?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Goodbye, Portland! Don't she purr like a kitten, huh?
We set out from Portland in the mid-afternoon, headed north. We stayed on the back roads and made for Dexter, Maine, where we'd spend the first night.
Our first butt break was in Skowhegan. It's an old mill town with an artsy street.
Skowhegan, Maine, baby.
Shaking it on the Skowhegan pedestrian bridge.
Yeah.
Overlooking the Quebec River.
Oh, breeze feels great.
Ah.
Any kind of breeze.
We spent our first night on the road with my in-laws, Connie and Dennis in Dexter. Before we left in the morning, they gave us a bottle of ashes to spread around on our journey.
We should explain that.
Good idea. See, the ashes are the mortal remains of Connie's father, my wife's grandfather, Irving L. Stevens.
Except nobody called him that, actually.
That's right. He'd been an honest-to-goodness freight train hopping hobo in the 1930s, and along the way, people started calling him Fishbones because he was so skinny.
And you know, even after he settled down with a family, he was still dedicated to adventure.
That's right, and his family's been spreading his ashes around for like 20 years, and they gave us some to spread him somewhere he'd never been before.
Huge honor.
You can say that again.
Huge honor.
Anyway, we got going early that morning, but we didn't get out of Dexter before we had our first mechanical snafu.
Hi. Welcome to my extremely embarrassing moment.
Now, the first beer of the day is going to taste great already. I'm already looking forward to it.
Oh, I know. It's what, 10 o'clock?
Well, it's 9:49 technically.
We rode a few hours, then stopped in Millinocket to get one last look at a local landmark before it was torn down.
La Casa. It was Maine's only combination exotic club and motel in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, what could possibly be fishy about a strip joint and a motel combo?
Beats me.
Anyway, it was definitely closed. So we headed for Fort Kent on the Canadian border.
Speaking of which, are we going to see Star Wars tonight?
Before bunking down at a friend's house in Fort Kent that night, we detoured to Madawaska, Maine to visit Joe LaChance at Four Corners Park.
Along with San Ysidro, California, Blaine, Washington, and Key West, Florida, Madawaska is considered one of motorcycling's 4 corners of the U.S.
And it's the only one of the 4 with a park marking the spot, and that's all because of Joe LaChance. There he goes. It's going on.
I've been to Madawaska, Maine, one of the 4 corners of the United States of America.
Oh, nice jaunty angle too. You got some design skills.
I'm a sound guy.
We didn't stay long at the park though, because a nearby paper mill was belching out a horrendous, awful smell. It's kind of like rotten eggs being boiled in vinegar and coffee and some sort of paint stripper or something.
And if I had to stay at that park any longer, you'd probably have to hospitalize me.
I know.
Ugh. That was making me like seasick, like nauseous.
I'm thinking of stopping and buying some cigarettes so I can get some fresh air.
I was thinking about quitting breathing. Just giving it up.
In the morning, we crossed the border into Quebec and rode up the east side of the St. Lawrence.
We had a ferry to catch in Matan.
It was a beautiful sunny trip across to Bay Comeau.
On the other side, we settled into a cozy motel on the edge of the wild.
The next day, we'd be heading into the woods of Route 389.
Making for a little truck stop at a place called Raleigh Gabrielle.
389's right up here.
Yes, sir.
The next day was cold and damp, but we were anxious to get going, and a sign told us it was smooth sailing all the way to the Labrador border.
We hit 389 at 53 degrees and 10:51 a.m. A very civilized start time.
What is it, 11 o'clock?
About
567 miles to Labrador, or clicks. So happy I was able to bring the beers with us.
It is a great day in Quebec. One that will be long remembered.
4 hours and 15 minutes till we get there.
Handle that. Talking stop a few times, but that doesn't seem
Can you run that by me again?
that I love you.
It was on that first day in the woods that we discovered our secret weapon against fear, depression, whining, scurvy, smallpox, and the freezing cold.
We're talking about roadside coffee, and over the next 2 weeks, it would become our best friend.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's good.
Look at that. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty darn big. We're riding in the dirt. What are you doing?
All right, so we got like 60 miles of dirt ahead of us.
Sounds good. As long as it's dirt like this, I love it. Thompson's truck coming on the left. Beer. 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 Still can't remember how they say it. Beer. 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 Beer.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah? Yeah.
Something down there.
It's like right over there. Wow. Oh, dude, it's like ice or something. It's pretty friggin' cool.
Where are we?
Manicougan Lake.
This is the eye of Quebec. The eye has some fog on it today, so you really can't see very far, but we understand this is awesome. It's a lake you can see from
Space.
space.
Hey, you're making me dizzy. Oh, soon in the trip.
We've got a little bit of Irving L. Stevens with us, king of the hobos. We're going to leave a little bit of him here, place he'd never been to, but a place he probably would have enjoyed. A little bit more. Here we go. To the four winds.
Beer. Beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer.
Beer, 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 beer.
After a long and kind of wet day in the saddle,
Almost 200 miles.
we finally made it to a dry room and a hot meal at Relais Gabriel. Oh, and some beer too.
Oh, Raleigh Gabrielle. That was so good. I got the bag of beer here. It's been on my bike, bouncing up and down along the road to Raleigh Gabrielle. Gonna see if there's any fluid in this bag. I sure hope not. Looks good. Here. Let me open that for you. Houfle Archibald. Ready for this? This is the wheat beer. Oh. Cigars. Cigar, anyone? Moose? Bear? Cigar? Some fine ones here. Very moist. Raleigh Gabrielle. I don't know how to say I love you in French.
after a long, wet day in the saddle.
Almost 200 miles.
I just love it because my wet saddle.
That's in my wet
I had an accident. I had an accident.